incredible pool for the, you know, kind of like the climax, the final day. There was incredible matches with a lot of pressure, a lot of crazy games, comebacks, and what's really going to fall off from there.
That's Garcia starting us off, and that is...
Yeah, a good shot at the one as well. And talk about early in matches, you want something easy to start, and then you want a rack that you... If there was ever one of these tournaments that kind of set up for, I wouldn't say the impossible, but the very unlikely, I think Michael, but I don't know. I just kind of get that feeling. Talked to him earlier this week. Seems like in a great one to go. Feel like if Ralph could play a couple of those matches he really likes, it's almost like it reminds you. Definitely not old, and probably you'd think he's about 10 years younger than he actually is. Neil's fan, kind of quietly going about his business. And yeah, 40's that number. A few of the last few years were very obvious, I thought, with Shane and Carlo Beato and whatnot. But I think, again, just perfect scenario to start, and pretty simple clearance. But again, got to move the cue ball a bit, and solid stuff from Duong.
Championship that year. Our first look at his break. How do you generally rate him as a breaker of the ball?
Always going to be consistent with the hit on the one, or fairly consistent. Break shot is the one that can get the perfect one to start. A little wrap out of the lower left corner.
Van Boening to the World Championship in Poland in early 2023. Went out in the quarterfinals. Got to the
cue ball, 2 cushions underneath him. A little left spin, just trying to fall somewhat straight on the purple. But still, incredible field always. And tell you what happens when you have that breakout year. I think a lot of times they expect a little more, but then you kind of figure out, you just get back to that old cliche, that next ball in front of you. All right. A dry break and a nice clearance without any stress, without much worry. So just ideal for Duong.
Yeah, it's been perfection so far, and he leads.
Up and play some great pools. So. Can't ask for much more than this. He's going to be a little thin on the 2, but yeah, that's a smart shot. Now he just can. I was wondering, he decided to try and draw back. He probably just come across the pink and slide underneath the 8.
Four from Spain as well. Garcia, one of those.
And this may bounce a hair, but I think. Addition. They started at 11 this morning as well. And they'll conclude tomorrow. So you'll be able to watch the juniors that make the deepest run in this game. Well, he missed position on the pink. And
very much in control early on. Duong Quoc Hoang looking good. Federer Gorst in the final 64. And this looks pretty good again, Jake.
Yeah, well, you asked about the break, and we tend to see that, right? I mean, to where the top players.
Like all the leading players.
Sizing up how he wanted to shoot this. Oh, and he made that look a lot easier than you would think. I mean, it laid. Yeah, the 6 must pass the 7 the way he played the purple out here with all the great players. And of course, I always go back to the great players always outwork the other guys, it seems. Yeah, and you saw that light speed.
table over the first few days. We thought this one might be a bit closer. It may yet be, but Salvador Garcia hasn't really been able.
There goes the one again. The two's going to open up. More. And really without much of anything wrong from Salvador. And again, you can draw back and get better. That's okay as well, but why take
Alexa
that?
Pichel's there, you just saw in the background.
Yeah, a couple Spaniards there, guys that
David
make a lot.
Al-Qaedi there looking on. As we were saying, lost to Garcia in the
right side and maybe a little thin here on the 6, so he's going to have to work the cue ball. But that's what technique does.
Beat Anton Raga in the final.
This has got to slow down a little bit. All right, he'll stay on the right side of the table. No reason to come across.
Putting on a show here. This is about as well as you can play.
To get underneath it. Yeah, beautiful. Might make this though. What a light speed. Yeah, at a light speed, you realize you could hit it the exact same way, and you kiss and watching him how often he would play light, especially when there's other balls in the vicinity of the object ball.
A chance to get his first. Oh, that's not a good sign. I mean, we were saying earlier there's not much he could have done about it, but
hurting quite a bit. Little safety behind that purple here. Beautiful touch. Look at the maximum he's gotten out of this. I think anyway. Bend to the cue ball. Well, great hit. Makes it just a hair missable. He could hit it with a little more speed. I thought he was going to be thin.
How does it affect his mentality now, the fact that he's achieved that?
Well, it's something I don't think you feel consciously. It's also everything's starting, you know, with short races. So again, the energy confirms to maybe his team, and he's got a little bit of a team that he works with. Well,
we've been saying there wasn't a bit of a chance in this rack. That just shows, make them count. Instead, Duong has extended his lead.
I really liked what I saw. Felt like a lot of talent was there. And really hasn't had as much. But him and Estonia, both the country of Estonia, looking very good moving forward, really.
I think he did it
naturally from the 3 to the 4. I don't know if this is going to be what he wants. This may fall a little straight. One thing you need to remind yourself is how good you are. Like, you can handle a lot. It doesn't have to be.
Just plays the next ball and doesn't seem to really think he's doing.
The players that just hit balls, you know, in a sense.
Now to make his 4th break and run of this match. Lovely rhythm to the way he goes about it. He's going.
Yeah, the 2's nearing the cue ball again. That's always a good sign. And I'll tell you, always fun to watch perfection, but I feel a little rough for Garcia at this moment. He wouldn't mind a kick shot. Not a whole lot of time left, it seems like, Michael.
Yeah, winner of this, as I was saying, will play either. Yeah, it's basically one round in the afternoon, let's say, and one round in the evening each day now, all the way to the end.
Yeah, and I think he just does everything right, you know, or what makes sense. You know, kind of sachets around the table a little bit. Helps your stroke.
4 break and runs in the last 5 racks, and 5 in the last.
in this corner before, though, this week. Seems like there's always a pocket, Michael. That
wonderful stuff from Duong Quoc Hoang. He now he's made the one in the side every time.
Yeah, another great shot on the blue, too. The purple, like I said. Quarterfinal in the U.S. Open. Of course, he went on to win it, but Ko Ping Chung made all the balls in the match. Doing his work. Duong might not have a clue that's the case. Yeah, that's why, you know, work with a lot of amateurs and talk about practice and whatnot. And they say, well, spar at times, but the best feeling in the world is when you are kind of. But I think on the slick table, maybe the left. Yeah. How's the speed?
In the match. 9-0 to Duong Quoc Hoang. Sat there and watched.
I was thinking maybe one a little thin, so not easy. 9 gets kissed to the rail right there, and that overhead will tell you how tough a shot this is.
Which he didn't pot the one in the side pocket.
A lot of promise if you can hit it. Safeties or making it the one, maybe. Look at this, ball's going to spin. Gets him over the purple a little bit with the one-up table.
Yeah, the other one I was told.
Special player.
He was world champion at 16 and almost won that U.S. Open.
Incredible stuff. Good effort. It's just one of those days, Salvador. Not a whole lot of options. Of course, the 1-2, no problem. He's going to hold to kind of. And you talk about the PLP, you know, we've seen what it's done for other players as well. Is he going to get the gap here by the purple? Right side of the table.
Ball.
No, I'd say definitely, and has a chance to save a little grace getting on the board here. You want to get out left of the pink a bit. This a little bit. It needs a little bit of an angle. Or is he just going to play for? I'm not sure. Does this sound like Ali did to his guys? Oh my goodness, he shot the 8 into the 7.
Oh my word! What a thing to do. He's played the balls in the wrong order.
Man, I can't believe the referee's not really on top of it.
Oh, well.
Oh, we've seen some craziness this week on the main table, but I think that's the most crazy even.
You just can't believe a player could do that.
Well, especially because he didn't get down and just shoot it.
There's nothing to be too embarrassed about, but he's given himself something to have a little embarrassment over with that extraordinary error at the end. Well, he won the lag, but that was about as good as